Shabbat Shalom. In this Torah portion, Devarim, Moshe begins his farewell speech to the children of Israel, in which he recalls his experience as a leader from the moment he took them out of Egypt until the present moment for them when they are ready to cross the Jordan and to inherit the land of Israel. And his experience is not just an objective experience of leadership, but is what happened to me, what happened to Moshe, the leader, as I encountered the many challenges that the children of Israel posed to me or posed to Moshe as a leader. In his speech, just as the beginning of the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 9, Moshe said, "Thereupon I say to you, I cannot bear the burden of you by myself. The Lord your God has multiplied you until you are already as numerous as the stars in the sky. How can I bear unaided the trouble of you and the burdens and the bickering?" Moshe says, how can I bear all this by myself? And the next line is, "Pick from each of your tribes men who are wise, discerning, and experienced, and I will appoint them as your heads." Moshe is asking, how can I do all this by myself? You are so numerous, the job is so big. How can I do that by myself? And then he replied to himself in this speech. And actually this is what God told him. "Pick from each of your tribes men who are wise, who are going to help you." In other words, when he asks himself, how can I do it by myself? The answer is, you don't have to. Period. How can I do all this work by myself? Says Moshe. Even Moshe, who is very powerful as a leader, and he's a prophet and very wise. He says, how can I do it by myself? God says, you don't have to do things by yourself. There is something called asking for help. When you cannot do things by yourself, ask for help. And why is so important that Moshe is sharing his experience with the children of Israel? He's not only sharing his frustration, the frustration that he experienced as a leader, but also the solution that he found. He said, yes, I was frustrated. Yes, I felt that everything was a big burden on me. Yes, I was tired of your complaints. Yes, I was angry, and I said, how can I do it all by myself? And I came through this realization, either by myself or because God told me so, or Jethro, my father-in-law, that's what he told him, is you don't have to do everything by yourself. There are other people that can help you. But people are not going to help you unless you ask for help. So this is a wonderful gift that Moshe is leaving for the children of Israel in his last speech. In your life you are going to be tired. Work sometimes is going to be too heavy for you. And it is okay to ask for help. I, Moshe Rabbeinu, I ask for help. And if I ask for help, so can you. And I got help. And so, God willing, will you get help the moment you ask for it. So I like to bless myself and to bless all of us with the humility and the awareness to know when the burden is too heavy for us, and with the strength to ask for help, so someone will be able to help us carry on the burden. Shabbat Shalom.